My name is Daniel Rainey, and I'm joined by our subject matter expert, Jeff Traeger, to walk through the customer license agreement. The OEM channel has a very specific procurement process, and it's not quite as simple as going online and downloading a digital key. Let's break down how it actually works. If I'm playing the part of the customer and I've decided that IoT LTSC Microsoft licenses are right for me. I kind of have a device in some of those verticals. What's going to be the process once I start working with you? Do I just tell you what I want and I get a product that I can buy, or?
Okay, well, good. A common misconception, of course, one of the challenges and pitfalls in this channel is most people don't know how to get access to it. And they think it's rather simple. Maybe they compare it to what they currently do with their IT infrastructure, where they go into their cloud service provider and they say, I want to buy IoT. It doesn't happen that way.
No.
So when that happens, what I usually will do is make sure they're qualified. It is for a dedicated purpose,
Yes.
not for general computing. And then I'll explain to them the process. The process begins with a Microsoft OEM customer license agreement. This is an online agreement that's done between the customer, the OEM or ISV, or whoever wants to use the software, between themselves and Microsoft.
Yeah.
It starts off with a CLA request form that I provide to them. They complete it. They're going to get an email back from Microsoft saying, thanks for your interest. There will be a link in that email where they click onto that email. That'll direct them to the portal where they can review the OEM customer license agreement, 26 pages of non-negotiable language from Microsoft. It's written to be general, broad, and vague to cover a wide range of applications and industries. And within 24 to 48 hours later, Microsoft will it'll be automatically approved unless they already maybe have a CLA in place through another division of their company, which happens sometimes with the largest of companies that we work with.
Yeah.
And otherwise, CLA is agreed upon and executed. And that gives us then the ability to provide them with access to the software. The welcome email from Microsoft provides them with links to register to the Digital Operations Center, which includes the software order center.
Yes.
And that's where OEMs are directed to get the actual Microsoft ISO binaries, so the ISO files for the operating systems they want. They'll be able to choose from all the operating systems and products available within the channel, from Windows 10 IoT Enterprise versions to SQL Server to Windows Server, Standard Server, Enterprise, Data Center. And then they will test the software. They'll work with us to perhaps provide a quote of the life for the software licenses.
Yep.
And if in the case of Windows IoT Enterprise, there's two different activation methods. There's an EPKEA and a PKEA. So we'll provide them we'll request the keys for them if they want that. And we continue to work with them, provide technical support, more license policy support if they need it. And when they're ready to go to market, they come back to us and say, I need to buy the licenses. In our channel, the deliverables are a physical license sticker. It's called a COA for Certificate of Authenticity. Some people call it a sticker, a label, a key. It's not a key, though.
No.
Remember, it's a very important concept to pull out. Many people still say, I want to buy more keys. The key is not the license. The license representation is that physical COA.
Yes.
The COA, the sticker, is delivered in either a single pack, which is 1 per envelope, or a 10-pack, which is 10 per envelope, or 100. And there's even 1,000 if you're that large, you want to buy 1,000 at a time. And they get those envelopes, and when they're ready on the manufacturing floor, and we'll install the operating system. Then they're ready to apply the license and put it in the box and ship it to their end customers.
Yeah. So a couple things I want to pull out there. You mentioned sometimes people work for larger companies that already have a CLA set up. And, that's just one of the things that, the bits of value that we add is that we can work with Microsoft to help match those up. And, that can be really important because customers earn credit for their purchases throughout Microsoft's fiscal year. And, if they reach certain tiers within certain categories, they actually start to earn price breaks from Microsoft. So having that alignment's really important, and that's something that we can do. What about putting the hardware piece together? Are the customers going to get a box of envelopes and a pallet of hardware and then have to do that? Or is that Is that something where we can help them out too?
We are an authorized distributor of the Microsoft licenses. That gives us the rights to distribute standalone licenses to OEMs that we don't sell hardware to. For those customers that don't buy their hardware from us, yes, we're going to just take their orders. We're going to support them, provide all the technical and license policy support they need. And when they come to us for new licenses, they're come to us because they need licenses to put on their devices to ship new systems out. But for those customers that are buying Advantech hardware from us, we have the ability to install the operating system. We can take their custom image that they've built, or we can put the generic, what I'll call the generic full binaries onto the machine that we're going to sell to them and apply the license to them. And if they have signed a CLA themselves, they then in turn can take that system and provide and install their custom image when they're ready to do so. If it's a third party, like an authorized subcontractor that's involved in the Microsoft IP, they can be involved in the purchasing and the installation process, as well as the deployment process. So, like you said, we can hold their hand throughout the whole process. The more we understand about your business, the more we can make recommendations and suggestions how to best take advantage of the Advantech business model, the Advantech hardware solutions, as well as the Microsoft business. We also are a global distributor in Europe and Asia and the Mideast. So if you're a company that is shipping operating systems and machines, if you're shipping your equipment, your products to other locations, we can work with you to take advantage of global supply chains, pricing. For example, we could possibly ship from North America to Asia, or they could where companies could purchase their Advantech products if they're doing so, or just their standalone licenses from regional Advantech offices. Now, if there's one particular entity within the company that wants to manage that business, say, for example, in North America, Advantech will put together a dedicated team. It could be someone like myself here in North America, but I'll have a colleague in Europe or a colleague in Asia that understands what the pricing we've agreed to here in North America that can be passed on to them. And there's one Microsoft requirement that they need to have a regional customer license agreement within each region. We'll make sure they have that. We'll make sure they link together. And by linking them together, they'll be able to attain what we call price tier attainment levels within Microsoft. The higher they go, that goes from an A, B, C, D kind of level, A being standard. The more licenses they buy within each product family will get them to that aggregate level in order to receive price discounts that we manage for them. And then when they reach that, we'll provide the new tier pricing. Now, this is based upon Microsoft fiscal year. We'll make sure they know before the year ends how many more licenses they may need to buy in order to either maintain the tier or maybe get up to the next tier.
Yeah, exactly. They might be just a few units shy, and it makes sense to buy those licenses and get the discount for the next fiscal year.
That's right. Yeah. Think about, to summarize the global aspect of it, right? Single price, single point of contact, local distribution, local support, your own time zone. It's a great fit, especially if you're buying Advantech hardware as well.
We hope you found this discussion on Windows IoT Enterprise LTSC valuable. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media to be alerted when the next episode is released. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.